No, ma'am, it's still breaking.
All right. In your chapter 1 and chapter 2 of NCERT, both of these, this unit, physical world and measurement. So in this you have first physics. Introduction to physics. This is your NCERT chapter 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have dimension, a completely new topic for you, data analysis. So from here, your chapter 2 begins. This is CRT chapter.
Ma'am, you're inaudible now.
Then your third portion of this chapter only, this is your error analysis.
Okay.
Whenever experiments are done, instruments are done, there is always a possibility of error. So that error is kept in, and this is a part of practicals as well, error analysis. So this is also of your NCERT chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
And the final portion of this lesson only, of your unit, this is the measurement of length and times. This is measurement of
Hello? Hello?
of length, mass, and time. This is also part of your NCERT 2.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking
This
now.
first unit. This is not audible. Hello?
It's going and coming and it's breaking.
Okay, just a minute. First, gender view on these. We'll begin with part.
Ma'am, you're inaudible right now. Hello, ma'am. You're inaudible right now.
Audible to you now?
Ma'am, your voice is still breaking.
So that's fixing it because we are having network issues and the weather is not So till the time you note down the points, I'm just fixing this, right? First
Okay, ma'am.
written.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
All right. So, Arnab, have you written these points, the syllabus of your first unit?
Yes, ma'am.
So, in dimensional analysis, firstly, we'll be dealing what is a physical property.
Okay, ma'am.
So, see, any quantity that can be measured, that we can call it as a, like if I tell you length, if I ask you to measure the length of your pen, will you be able to measure or not?
Yes.
Yes, you will be able to measure. So it means length is a physical quantity.
Yes.
It can be measured. For example, weight we have. If we stand on a weighing machine ourselves, so it means mass also becomes a physical quantity. Apart from this, if you know what is the time right now, you are able to calculate it, you are able to measure it. So all the quantities that can be measured, these are termed as physical quantity. This is the basis of your chapter. So quantity can be measured. Any quantity that can be known as a physical quantity. Now, physical quantities are also classified. Physical quantities These are also categorized into so one is the fundamental, other one is the derived. So you have fundamental quantities with you, you have derived quantities.
Yes.
Both of them are included under physical quantities. So physical quantities that can be fundamental and derived, and it has what? It has, this is the main basis. Now, if we begin with what is meant by fundamental quantity, let's start with this fundamental quantities. So fundamental only, you will be able to analyze this. See, be expressed in other terms. If you are not able to express this is the basis. In case of derived quantities, what happened? You will derive quantity. Then we so fundamental quantities, those are intrinsic quantities. Fundamental quantities include quantities that cannot be expressed. These cannot be expressed in terms of other physical quantity. Like if I give you the example of, let's say, mass. Fine, we have mass. So with the help of different quantities like length, time, temperature, you are not able to define mass. Mass itself is an intrinsic property. This mass, if I give you an example, that mass cannot be expressed in terms of different quantities. It means mass becomes our fundamental quantity. Mass is what? Mass is a fundamental quantity. But if I give you different quantities like acceleration, so acceleration can be defined with the help of mass. It means acceleration is a derived quantity. So in case of fundamental quantities, you cannot derive it. These are the basic quantities. So quantities that cannot be expressed in terms of other physical quantities.
Okay.
These are called as fundamental.
Yes.
These are called as fundamental. So see, the basic difference is what? Fundamental means, like if I give you example of length, if I give you example of time, if I give you example of mass, these are the basic fundamental quantities. In these, you can other different quantities to describe it. But with the help of these fundamental quantities, you can describe different quantities, and those quantities that are described with the help of using certain fundamental quantities, that we call as derived quantities. Is this clear, the basic difference between what is a fundamental quantity and what is a derived quantity, Arnav?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay, so see, in SI system, do you know what is an SI system? Have you heard of this
Yes,
SI
ma'am.
system?
System International.
System International, correct. So it's a French term which means Standard International. So SI unit you must have heard of, like the SI unit of mass is kg, CGS unit of mass becomes gram. So in the SI system, there are certain 7 fundamental, 7 fundamental and 2 supplementary.
Yes, ma'am.
Supplementary quantities. Right. So before discussing fundamental and supplementary quantities, just scroll the page down for you.
You can scroll it down, ma'am. I wrote it down. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have written it down. So let's discuss all those 7 fundamental quantities by one. The 7 fundamental quantities. And see the quantities will be able to know about derived quantities.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
So these are your basics. My voice is still very.
Yes, ma'am. I'll rejoin with another device, ma'am. 1 second.
Yes, Arnav. Is this audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we deal with all the 7 fundamental quantities. Also discuss the SI unit. So the first property is definitely mass, and it is represented through this symbol capital M. Whenever capital M is written in your dimensional analysis, also this will be used. Whenever this is written, then this means mass. So SI unit of mass is what?
Kg, kilogram.
Kg. Kg. This is kg. Then the second one is length. So length is represented through this capital L symbol. SI unit?
Meters.
What is the SI unit of length?
Meters.
Meters, correct. This is meters. And in CGS system, you have the SI unit of mass as grams. You have the SI unit of length as centimeters. Then the third quantity is time. This is represented through this capital T. Whenever capital T, capital L, capital M are written, these are their full forms. So SI unit of time remains second, and the CGS unit also of time remains second only. So seconds is the SI unit as well as CGS unit of time. Then the fourth quantity that you have, this is temperature. This is also one of the fundamental quantities. So temperature is usually represented through this symbol theta, or sometimes it is represented through this symbol K also. Mostly it is represented through this symbol theta. In some books you will find it through K, or some in books you will find it represented through this symbol theta. So SI unit of temperature. Yes, Arnav. Idea? Any idea? It's Kelvin. That is the SI unit of temperature, Kelvin. Then fifth quantity you have it as electric current. Electric current is represented through the symbol I. Me, electric current is there. Electric current is represented through this. Electric current, this is on the basis name are given. Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature. For electric current, you have it. So usually K is written for it and A is written for ampere.
Yes, sir.
Then the sixth quantity that you have is known as density.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, and
I can't see the screen,
the
ma'am.
sixth screen you're not able to see right
No,
now
ma'am.
also.
Yes, ma'am. I can't see the screen.
Just to reshare it. Now you're able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Or actually, there's a network issue right now because of the
It's okay, ma'am. No problem.
scan is the amount of substance. This you will be in detail in chemistry, amount of substance. Yes, so this is represented, the SI unit is mole. But amount of substance is there, that is represented, the symbol SI unit is L is usually written to represent it. So this you have a complete chart here. All right, so these are the fundamental quantities. So quickly just note them. Two supplementary quantities.
1 minute, ma'am.
So see, with the help of mass, with the help of time, temperature, electric current, you will be able to define other quantities. I say with the help of length and time, you will be able to define speed. With the help of current, you will be able to define charge. All right, so the help of these physical quantities can be derived out.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm done writing.
Now, just those two supplementary quantities, type quantities. Supplementary quantities are just additional quantities to these quantities that we have. So we have two supplementary quantities in the SI. First is your plane angle. So see what is plane angle. Plane angle means angle in two dimensions. If I got two lines, so the angle between them, this is my plane angle. The unit of it. This is radian. So angles, what all the angles you have studied, angle of a triangle. If I have a triangle and I say what is this? So this is the angle of the triangle. The angle is represented through the symbol theta. The other is this.
Yes, ma'am. You can erase it.
Solid angle. Solid angle means what? Solid angle is three dimensions. For example, if I give one, the side of the northern of the over here